Astro fam, I'm Astral Jen and welcome to the No Fluff Show. This is the space where we don't tiptoe around the truth and we don't hand out permission slips to spiritual trespassers. And in today's episode, it's going to wake something up in you because we're talking about something that almost no one discusses out loud. The dark side of astral travel. And what really happens when people enter your space without your consent in the dream realm, during a ritual, or through unchecked curiosity. And let's be clear, not all astral travelers are safe. And just because you're sleeping doesn't mean you're going to be unprotected. It just means that you're more accessible. So let's get into this episode so we can talk about all of this in detail. So you might be wondering, what exactly is astral travel? Well, I can tell you this. Astral travel isn't fantasy. What it actually is energetic mechanics. It's when your consciousness detaches from the body, whether that's intentionally or unintentionally, and it moves through the astral layers, the planes that exist between thought and form. Now, some people astral travel on purpose. They do this through meditation, rituals, or even lucid dreaming. Others do it unconsciously, and it happens through trauma, sleep, or even emotional overwhelm. But here's the problem. Access can go both ways. And when someone else's consciousness slips into your field, when they watch you sleep, project into your dreams, pull on the cords, or even check in spiritually without your knowing, that's not connection. That's a spiritual crime under the guise of simple astral travel. No. It is dangerous, it is a violation, and nobody should be doing it without consent. And unfortunately, a lot of people do this to others, again, intentionally or unintentionally, so you need to learn how to protect yourself at all times, because this is very real. And it's not just creepy. It's become a real problem because a lot of people are being taught how to do this, and they do it, and it works, and they like it, and then they continue to do this. Well, it's a violation, and that's just the truth of it. You know, we tend to romanticize astral travel as this like mystical gift that's rare. A lot of people can do it, but like any tool, it can be used for good or bad. And some people are abusing this power. And I want you to listen to these, ways that this can show up in your life. So, how this abuse shows up. Dream invasion. Someone appearing in your dreams over and over, saying or doing things that they'd never have access to in the waking life. Okay? Another one is your energy is drained. You wake up exhausted after 8 hours of sleep because someone fed off your auric fields all night long. Another way that you will see this show up in your life is astral seduction, where you have erotic dreams involving someone you never gave permission to or even think about in that way. And then another way that this shows up is coming from past energies, usually from an ex or somebody who was emotionally connected to you in a deep way, someone you left behind in the physical, but they keep visiting your field. They pull you back. You think about them all the time, out of the blue. You're dreaming about them. You feel them. You smell them. They are astral trespassing. It sounds crazy. It sounds surreal, but this isn't a fantasy. This is real, and they can get real access to you. And just like physical trespassing, This leaves a residue. You will never be the same after going through this. So you need to protect yourself at all times, in all ways. Now I want to talk about how to guard yourself against astral invasion. And the first thing that I want you to realize is that you have to understand that this can happen. And if somebody keeps showing up in your mind, in your thoughts, in your dreams, that's a red flag. Be alarmed, be concerned, and protect yourself as you would in the physical. In the physical, we tend to go to extremes. We have alarms. We carry different devices. We have cameras. Why aren't we doing this more in the astral? Because we're not taught to. We're not told that this can happen. We're not, shown the violations that actually occur in the astral realm are plentiful. It's a lot. It's more than a lot of people realize. But if you analyze how you feel, if you analyze what's going on in your heart, your mind, your soul, and you see things that don't resonate, that don't make sense, that is the moment you get guarded. You get real protective of yourself. So I'm going to give you different methods to do that. Every episode, I try to cover it in different ways, different things. Find something you resonate with. Find something that you are connected to so that you can be protected always, in all ways, because a lot of people don't think about the astral, and it's important that you do. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is creating an astral parameter before you sleep. So before you go to sleep, you say this out loud. No being, soul, guide, or energy may enter my dream space or energy field unless granted explicit permission by me consciously. I am sealed in divine truth, and no access is given by default. Speak it out loud. Let the frequency of your voice command your space. Speak it like it's law, because it is. And you can set the tone. You set the space. That's your space, your domain, and you're the ruler. So you speak it, you feel it, and you know it, and nobody can cross that barrier. That one alone, if you do something like that, every time you get ready to go to sleep, you will dream different. You will feel different. You will sleep different because you have taken control of your environments. Now I want to talk about the dream protection tools that work. You can use many of these. One of these, find what you resonate with and trust that. Okay? So obsidian is really good to have. Or mirrors facing the bedroom door or window, pushing out anything that comes toward you. It's reflected back out. If you feel comfortable using mirrors, this can be very effective. If you do not feel comfortable using mirrors, don't do it. You can also put bay leaves under your pillow. That helps with warding. You can use salt and water. You can put that under your bed. That will definitely pull anything out that's trying to come toward you that's not of pure light. You can use frankincense oil anointed on your third eye or your heart chakra before you sleep, and then you declare you are protected by divine light. And you can also use a protective symbol that you resonate with, and you can put that on something under your mattress or your headboard. You can use a sigil. You can use a cross. You can put your name. You can put words to seal it. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. You can do those things. Now, again, I want to talk about the mirrors because that is something that I resonate with. Again, you may not, and that is totally okay. If you resonate with mirrors, I definitely recommend using the mirror cloak visualization before bed. What you do is you close your eyes, you visualize a full body cloak of mirrors, every angle reflecting outward. So you are fully covered, fully protected. And you say this after you visualize it. All energy directed toward me without alignment is reflected back to sender. My field is sovereign. My sleep is sealed. And so it is. Claim it, know it, and feel it. You command your space. A lot of people don't realize this because they've spent their whole life being gaslit about their value, their worth, and their power. Take your power back. Number one, by doing that, remember you command your energy, you command your field, and you command your life. You have to know it, you have to feel it, and you have to live it because it will change everything if you do. And here's the reality of the situation. What touches you in the astral can tether to you in the physical. So you have to intercept it. You have to protect yourself, and you have to try to prevent it from ever happening to begin with. And here's the truth. You don't owe anyone spiritual access just because maybe they miss you. And you don't have to accept dream visits as love just because they felt something intense toward you. Because here's also the truth. Intensity doesn't mean alignment. And if someone has to sneak into your energy, into your field, into your dreams just to be connected, that's not somebody you really want to connect with anyway. Because if you did, you would be connecting to them in the physical, but you're not. That's why they're sneaking in, and that's why it's a red flag. Push back. Protect yourself. This is your soul's space, and nobody has the right to be there unless you consent consciously. So this is important to learn. Find methods that you're comfortable with and do those practices daily to keep yourself safe. So that's all I got for you, Astral fam. Thank you so very much for being here. And definitely drop a comment if you've ever woken up and knew somebody had been there. You know, before your conscious mind could even explain it, but you just knew, you could feel it. Let's definitely talk about it. And like this video so others in your orbit find it and learn about this information too. And subscribe because you don't want to miss the next episode. We're exposing how people feed on your energy while calling it friendship, love, or even support. You don't want to miss it. I will see you in the next episode.